252.
What about Jell-O pudding pops? Do they make those ones anymore?
Jell-O pudding pops?
We can't talk about the Jell-O pudding pops.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, I think they do make those.
Okay, so let's move on.
But no, I mean, yeah, I do. They did have the Jell-O pudding pops. Come on and get your Jell-O pudding pops.
And they were good too. They were literally just frozen Jell-O pudding on a stick, you know.
Yeah, but they were good.
It's pretty hard to mess that up. They should still offer that product, but
Yeah, they really should. But I
But
think
the
what did
spokesperson
like Cosby had like a lifetime contract with them.
Yeah, I don't think that's still going on anymore.
I'm pretty sure you can, violate that once you're in prison.
Yeah.
What? It'd be amazing if he did shoot a commercial. Because this pudding pop is a little different now.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a different pudding pop now. Come here, old man. And that's a bump. Netflix itself is wearing many hats, and their future is very open and bright.
Well, I love the movie Bright. I love the...
You did? Did you love Bright?
Yes.
Oh my God. I love Bright. And if Ralphie was here right now, Ralphie had a 96-page manifesto about how bad Bright was. And I was like, man, Bright was good.
Bright was
good.
I only had one complaint. I thought it was a little too predictable.
Well,
that was it.
Yeah.
Other than that, I thought it was very entertaining.
And I'm very happy and eager to see Bright 2.
Yeah.
Next story.
Too.
He Loves You Not by Dream.
He loves me. He loves you not.
And I remember the Dream was Diddy's group. It was a girl group, right? It was like four little white girls.
Yeah, and I think only one of them kind of really made it. She made it to a movie.
Yeah.
I forgot what you
I remember Diddy, but I think he was messing with one.
Dream only had like one good song, and I don't remember that one.
Yeah, it wasn't that one.
I remember that song.
This one?
Yeah, because they used to play it. They put an EDM beat behind it, and they used to play it in the clubs.
I might have heard it, but then there's only that one Dream song that stuck in my head, but I can't name you the song right now.
And there was that bed, and she was in the white lingerie thing, and she was kind of writhing all over the bed and
Yeah, that was
singing.
like
a prayer or something?
No, I'm saying this was the Like a Virgin live performance. I want to say it was probably the MTV Music Award show or something like that, and it was a live performance. It was almost as iconic as the Michael Jackson, Billie Jean.
Not even close.
Well, then she also had the performance with Britney. With the
that one was the kiss, which was sad because she also kissed Christina Aguilera, but they was all still tripping on Britney Spears, and nobody saw the Christina Aguilera kiss.
I saw it.
I know you did because you watched it like this.
I saw it.
What were the movies?
We'll go home and watch it again.
It's not a whole lot of action stars that aren't over the age of 60.
I disagree. All right, look. I got Michael Keaton in this.
Oh my goodness.
Come on, man. The Paper,
Yeah.
Desperate Measures.
Beetlejuice.
He's capable. Your man just starred in The Meg. Did you see that?
No, I did not see the Meg.
Well, yeah. You want to know why? Because it sucks.
Well, that's why I didn't see it.
Spoiler alert. Yeah, how many movies did Michael Keaton do that don't suck? Including my 1993 The Fugitive movie.
Then Mr. Mom.
Let's keep going.
Watergate Scandal. The trial of 7 men accused of illegal entry into the Democratic Party headquarters at Watergate begins.
What were they doing there?
There was a whole big Watergate. there was a whole man. I don't have the time to give you a history lesson on this one. But at the end of all the gates are because this was the first gate. So all the gates happened after this, and at the end, our president Richard Nixon went ahead and instead of getting impeached, he resigned before they got him, and it was coming. The whole thing was coming down. Yeah, Woodward and Bernstein were the journalists that wrote
The anonymous
that
call come from Forrest Gump?
Yes, it was. Oh, I can't sleep. There's all these flashlights going on. And they actually did add a category, and we talked about it a few months ago.
What was it? Best popular movie?
Yeah, best popular movie.
Yeah.
Because they were like, okay, we'll
What
make
does
this.
that even mean?
Yes, it's like
Shouldn't that just automatically be the movie that made the most?
I mean, it's like, yes, that movie was really popular. Everybody liked it and everybody saw it. It made a lot of money. But this art house film was really smart and good. It didn't make any money, but it's the best movie, so it wins Best Picture.
Yeah.
No
Like
one
the
saw
People's
it.
Choice Award.
No one saw. Oh, what was that movie Michael Keaton did? The Birdman.
Yes,
wow.
yes. You didn't like that
What a
one?
waste of life. I wish I could get that 2 hours back.
The Legend of, I can't even remember the title of it. I saw it. I was like, wow.
Yeah, that was.
But I was like, hey, man, it got him the Vulture. So
Yeah.
that movie got him the Vulture in Spider-Man Homecoming. All for Love by Color Me Bad. And all I want to say is, dream on, dream away. But that's not the right song.
That's not.
What is it?
It's like a pop
for love.
I mean, you guys know it. I mean, like,
I'm gonna get with it.
Obviously, is it?
Oh, because we look like Color Me Bad.
because I mean, guest appearance. Fast forward to now, 2 of the members right there. All for love. They aged well. Aged real well.
Okay, next we have Catherine Bennett, the First Lady.
Played by Glenn Close.
Or I'm sorry, not the First Lady, the Vice
VP,
President.
VP.
Vice President.
Yeah. Ooh,
Catherine Bennett.
Sexist of you.
I chose Ellen Barkin.
Damn, that's good. I like Ellen. Yeah.
And you know what? I was thinking about that role she did in Ocean's 13 when she cleaned up and was professional. I thought she'd make it solid.
She's not like a dirty tramp, man. She's Ellen Barkin.
Wow.
Man. I said she's not a dirty tramp. You're the one who said
Where
she
is
cleaned
your
up.
mind going?
Listen,
Good
Ellen
grief.
Barkin. She was in that movie Switch. She was sexy and all that stuff. I remember that.
Our apologies to Ellen Barkin.
I'm not apologizing because I didn't diss Ellen Barkin. I said she's awesome. You're the one that said she cleaned up.
This story is in direct response to the whole Kevin Hart was going to be a host, and in less than 24 hours, they pulled it.
I don't think he really wants it, though.
He feel,
Not at this point.
Yeah, at this point, he's like,
I didn't want it anyway.
no, actually, he really did. It was like, I mean, if you could believe certain reports, it was definitely on Kevin Hart's, career bucket list.
Right,
get an
right.
opportunity
As it
to
should
host
be.
the Oscars.
Right. But I'm saying, if you're going to act like this, then why would I want to do it? I mean, resurfacing some old stuff. I mean, just think, if they unearth your chest from, when you were 12 years old and got your diary out and you said some things in it, it's like, come on, man, I was 12. I've grown since then.
Right. Well, you would hope you've grown since then.
Well,
I possibly have grown since then.
I'm glad they reinvented the Oscars, and I will be thinking about that while I'm watching something else. Guardian.
Yes.
Was the half play and half roll. And
Which one turned into to Jetfire / Skyfire of the Transformers? One of the Robotech things. Was that one?
Yes.
All right, because you could do that with that was the only Transformer you could do. You could leave Jetfire
Right.
in halfway mode.
Yeah, because Jetfighter was the Veritech. It was
Right.
it was that
They-
whole.
they had
That's
to
what I'm
knock
saying.
them off.
They had that whole I can't remember the
rivalry.
company. I know Revell was one. I think Mattel maybe was
Revell
the
was
the model
Model
maker.
company.
But then there was the
Was it part of the Gundam thing?
ooh,
Gundam models, because they're all very similar
They're all
too.
very
They might have all been tied
Well,
in.
you know what? I think another thing they had over the Transformers is when they transformed, they looked like they did in the show. Whereas the Transformers, you get Megatron and it looked like a mutant gun. It looked
Right.
nothing, didn't even
Yeah.
resemble Megatron on
He
the
looked
show.
like an old West gunfighter with the huge gap-tight legs. It was, Megatron was weird looking.
Definitely.
Lily Tomlin.
Lily Tomlin, incredibly talented.
Still alive, right?
Yeah,
she's on
Frankie and Charlie. Wait, no. Oh,
Frankie and
Frankie and Johnny.
no.
no.
It's too
Is it?
girl.
Wait, no. It's Frankie and because she's with
What show is this?
she's
Jane
with
Fonda.
Jane Fonda.
That show is so good.
Are they? I think they're old lesbians on it.
No,
maybe.
they're old. They were married.
Well, no,
Their
what is
husbands
this?
get divorced because they're gay, and they decided to move in because they're best friends. And they start their own dildo company for older women, so it doesn't give them arthritis. It's hilarious.
Wow!
Yeah, we never heard that show.
It's one of the Wilson twins.
I chose Matt Dillon.
Matt Dillon.
Matt Dillon, I thought, even though it was a funny movie,
Yeah.
You have
You always pick Matt Dillon. Let me say what our producer's saying.
no. The character was very quiet.
Agreed.
He was kind of a straight man through the whole thing. I thought he'd be perfect.
Yeah.
And since he was in so many of my other movies, it was easy to get him on board.
I agree.
Mysterio looked
awesome.
like the comic book with the big dome,
the big fish bowl.
Love it. I don't know. I was actually surprised.
I feel
I
like
don't
the
know why.
Sinister Six is
I don't
coming
know
out,
why,
man.
but I didn't know Jake Gyllenhaal was cast.
Yeah.
I had no idea. So when he did that move and went out, I was like, oh,
It's Jake.
they got Jake Gyllenhaal.
Look good.
Broke back motherfucking Mysterio. And when Car Voltron came, and I was like, I remember being upset about that one.
Oh yeah.
One thing that
I was more upset when they did season 3 Transformers and everybody was dead and replaced with all the
Still mad about that.
Still
Frank.
mad.
They
Still
died
mad.
in the movie. I mean,
Well, yeah.
Megatron showed up and
I was so excited.
just murdered.
I was so excited to see it, and everybody's just getting
Murdered left and right.
and I'm like, I'm paying for this. What?
One of the Autobots was like clinging to his leg
Yeah.
and begging for his life, and Megatron just blasts him right between the eyes.
Yeah, that's cool.
And I was like, whoa, this isn't the Transformers I remember.
Yeah, and then remember when Starscream was getting coronated to be the new leader?
Oh,
That
yeah.
was classic. They kept
And
blowing the horns.
Galvatron came in, and they were like, Megatron, is that you? He said, think again. Turned into Galvatron and killed him.
Yeah.
I was like, what are we watching?
I chose, this is going to be, I think, a controversial pick,
Oh, I like
but I chose Jean-Claude Van Damme. Yeah, I did. He just, when I was thinking about the shift, he popped in my head, and I thought he would make a good villain.
I'm embarrassed for us.
Oh, it's not that bad.
Now, for me, I will admit that I saw the previews, and at first I was like, I don't know. Another Transformer movie. And then they showed a preview when they were showing...
Cena was in it?
Not John Cena, but... they didn't show John Cena's ass. But
Damn it.
when they showed like Shockwave and Soundwave and, you saw them and they looked like they did when we were watching it. I got excited and I was like, oh man, I hope this is the whole thing and it's not just this.
Yeah.
And it was just that.
Oh, they did have some really good clips of Cybertron and the war.
All in the beginning. And then the rest
John
of it.
Cena showed up.
And then the rest of it was just kind of what you would think it was.
I chose Peter Mensa. Now, hear me out. I've heard a lot of people say that I resemble this guy. I don't see it, but you know him from Spartacus, Blood and Sand. I saw that. Jason X, as well as 300. I don't look like him. Look at the graphic. Tell me what you think, please.
Yeah. Well, it dropped this week.
And who?
But also dropped was Shampoo, starring Warren Beatty, Julie Christie, Goldie Hawn, Lee Grant, and the legend herself, rest in peace, Carrie Fisher. Box office on this
Princess
movie
Leia.
was $60 million.
Slave fit on.
That was a nice one. And hey, and Goldie Hawn was no slouch either.
No.
Like in '75, she was banging. She looked just like her daughter.
Yeah.
Snake Plissken was all over that.
But after Kate cut her hair, she don't look so good. I don't like it with the short hair.
We still like her, but
Yeah.
please grow your hair out.
Hair back.
If you're watching this, grow your hair out, please.
And why couldn't you move? There was plenty of room on the raft.
That's wait. No,
You know what? I was thought about this pick and how you always make fun of me about my unlimited budget.
Yes.
So I went superstar. Charlton Heston.
In this role, I knew you'd love it.
That one was for you, Ralph.
Man. All right. He was at the height of his powers back then, too.
You missed somebody.
Yes, I did. Beck, played by The Rock, is a tight-lipped bounty hunter who doesn't like to use a gun. He plays that character a lot. He doesn't like to use a gun. The Rock does that.
you mean like in Walking Tall where you carry the stick?
And like in Skyscraper,
Maybe he's a
where he
big
carried
fan of
the
Andy
lady.
Griffith.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah, there you go. And but he accepts any job without asking questions. When Beck's employer Walker sends him,
Thank you, JB.
I missed it.
You got my Barney Fife. Queen to be.
I mean, come on, Darth Vader's in the movie.
Oh,
you got.
And then, what did we say? If James Earl Jones didn't play the king in Coming to America, you wouldn't have got him in The Lion King.
Ooh.
His presence was so good as that king.
Yeah.
And Coming to America, Disney was like,
What is that, Velvet?
yeah.
I love John
Also
Amos.
had John Amos in there too.
John Amos.
Just a lot of all those people together. John Amos, James Earl Jones, and Samuel L. were in a film together.
Yeah.
And none of them was the star.
Exactly. That's so crazy.
It was big for its time.
And what was
but
it? It was
the competition
was
too
it
much.
Crazy Cab or Crazy Taxi?
Crazy Taxi, man.
And
Played
then
that all the time.
Ready to Rumble and Virtual Tennis. I
Tennis was-
remember.
I was all
I don't,
over
NBA Jam, too.
I don't want to bring up any bad memories, but somebody's ex-wife used to always play virtual tennis with us. And when she would play, she would put Band-Aids on her thumbs because
serious.
she was a button masher, but she loved playing the game. And I'm like, come on, we gonna partner up.
I gotta bring up the
I think the only game I remember playing was like NBA Jam.
Oh man,
Boom shakalaka.
Boom shakalaka.
Didn't it have a little screen on the...
No, there was. You put the game in
there you go.
in the controller.
And you can see it, yeah.
Or was it the game in the controller, or was there a memory card or something that
It
you
was
would
something
put,
that you- it
something
had
you
a
put
little-
in the controller? I remember that.
Michelle Pfeiffer is great in everything she does, but once again, I'm gonna have to trump you, dog. Lisa Bonet. Play a similar role she may have played in Angel Heart.
Now, I was watching the ages of my actors.
As was I.
They were all born on or around 1960.
As
I
was
think
I.
Lisa
She's-
Bonet was what, 13?
No,
14?
she was older than that. She was in Angel Heart a year prior, or 3 years prior to
She was
this.
4 years old, man.
No, she was not. She showed her boobies in '87. Bill was mad. We've got a very special episode today. We've got the people you've seen on other shows all the time. They think it's an easy thing that JB and I do, so we brought them in on the show to see how they will do.
The first ever 252 crossover event.
Yes.
And I don't know about you, Frank G, but I want to show these guys that this is child's play. I've been sitting behind the camera for weeks, ready to do this.
Trying to get a shot.
Well, we usually hear your interjections anyway. People don't know that's you that's there, but
Yeah.
that's who it is. That's sitting in the chair going, "What the hell, people? What's wrong with you guys?"
All right.
You can't have Angela Bassett and no.
All right, next on the list we have Mia Wallace,
This was tough for me.
Marcellus Wallace's wife.
Yeah.
I didn't struggle with this one. A name popped to my head right away. Scarlett Johansson.
Wait,
All right.
no.
She was a little young.
Oh my God, was she 9?
Oh, 19. I don't know.
No.
All right.
In 1994,
JB on this
1994,
All right,
she
all
had to be in like elementary school.
Okay.
She's
so-
34 now.
Well, if we made the movie now,
That was 20
We're making
years
the movie
ago.
then.
25
All right.
years
Well,
ago.
you know what? Rather than have a
Instead of that, use her mom and then. Okay, fine.
that's right.
rather than have a toddler bride at 10. At 10.
Wow, you really shit the bed on that one. All right, Frank, go ahead. Who's yours?
Well, I went a different direction with.
Oh, I hope so. You had an adult.
Adult in the role.
Chevy Chase, Dan Aykroyd, John Candy, Demi Moore. Box office 8.4 million.
And the only reason why this movie is even on this list is because it had the song. Same song.
Oh,
Remember
yeah.
Never clown around when I hang around with the underground.
underground.
Girls used to frown, look it down when I
And that's Tupac too.
back.
That was his
Used to
debut.
pass me, used to
Yes.
diss me, harass me, but now they ask me if they can kiss me.
They were like, they
Where's
gave
Steve
him
Martin at? Sheriff files for separation from husband Sonny Bono.
You know, it's funny because you said you wasn't born yet. I said, yeah, you were. But no, the last week of February, your mama was like, she was getting ready to drop that load. I'm sorry.
Yes. My birthday's in March.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, you was. All right. What were we talking about? Oh, yeah, Cher.
Sonny and Cher, they split up.
Yeah, they did. Man, he was really controlling her. That was back when a man could be a man.
like Ike Turner.
It's almost,
Where's my shoe?
almost as sad as when Donnie and Marie split up.
Yeah,
That's not even Marie.
I wore Payless shoes for years. They're guaranteed to wear out in like 6 months. I buy a pair of Nikes and they last 2 years at least.
well, you also pay 3 times the amount, so therefore
Your shoe should last 3
Well,
times.
I don't pay
the
3
time.
times the amount because I go to Big Five and get whatever's on sale that has a swoosh on it.
Yeah, man. There you go. That's a
But
good
when
deal.
you buy, see the thing about Payless, you can pay $15 for your shoes, buy one, get one free. Now I got 2 shoes that will last a year. 6 months on one, 30s away. 6 months later, got the other one.
Hey, there was a time in history when the Triple P
The official boot of the Triple P
was
was
the rugged Outback, all sizes,
black
all colors.
boot, black laces,
That's it.
laced up. What? This week in 1994, The Power of Love by Celine Dion.
See.
I'm thinking.
I'm your lady,
Oh, okay.
and you are my man.
I said Power of Love. I was thinking Huey Lewis in the News. I was like, that's gotta be wrong, right? The Power of Love
From Back to the Future?
Yeah, it's like from '85.
More than I can.
I chose Rebel Wilson.
Rebel Wilson?
Yes. Rebel Wilson. She's a rather large lady, but she's very. I think this movie would benefit from what she could bring to it. I would love to see her in some good love scenes with the lead actor. What's up? She's good, man. She's
great.
solid. Rebel Wilson, holla.
When I first heard the story, I was like, I felt bad, for the guy and being attacked and the whole thing. And they even tried to sell it as a Trump situation. And then when things started coming out, you're like, oh man, that is not good that the whole thing was staged, because there are people who are legitimately being attacked and they can't get their voice out.
Oh,
They
yeah.
get shut down.
And then you have someone that does have a voice, and
Yeah.
he's making shit up, and it's like, hey,
I hear that he may be getting either fired or his even character written off the show, and
good.
I mean everything is not going great for him right now.
Yeah.
It's all bad.
Gotta learn a lesson, man. Shit, when I told my mom the house was on fire and it wasn't, you think she was cool? No, she was not.
Late 60s, remember Star Trek, Uhura on the bridge, one of the command crew of the Enterprise.
Very true.
That's,
Now, see, I always felt like they never really gave her nothing to
He was
do.
just a telephone operator.
Yeah, I really
Hailing
felt like that
frequencies
was
over.
not-
the whole episode's dedicated to her.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I'm
she
pretty-
got the first interracial kiss on
the
screen.
first interracial on-screen kiss.
Yeah.
Yes. You get those accolades. She got to kiss a Canadian on the mouth. Number 5.
We have Donna Summers on the radio.
On the radio. On the radio.
Yeah, she probably
This was pretty much the end of disco. Like people were done with
Yeah.
disco, and Donna Summer was
She was a queen of disco.
She was the
then.
queen of disco. But I think they was done with disco at this
Disco
point.
was hot.
But it was like,
Yeah. I mean, disco was cool. I like it.
you like disco?
Once in a while, not too much.
That was the other part of Raw.
Yeah.
You know, I went a different direction with Raw.
All right.
I did.
I get a weird feeling every time you say that. Wait.
No,
what?
for Raw, I chose Halle Berry.
Oh.
I thought she could pull it off. I thought she'd make an excellent Raw.
That is very provocative.
Yes.
I'm gonna. You know what? I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. That's when
Really, Joel
it was
Schumacher.
Yeah, Joel Schumacher doing his bullshit got the train off the rails in Batman Forever, which is a
Harvey!
very
I like
enjoyable.
Harvey, I'm Batman.
Except for the ending
Harvey?
that didn't make any
I mean,
fucking sense. That was the part that's when the movie stopped
Yeah,
being
it
good,
was
and then the
not
second movie that came after that completely followed up on the not making sense.
Yeah, and the female characters in those movies, not great.
Talking about Drew Barrymore and Vivica Fox.
Oh my dear lord.
Or are you talking about Alicia Silverstone?
I'm talking about Uma Thurman.
Oh, Uma.
Oh,
That's right.
oh, yeah. Bob. Bane was working for Poison Ivy. Bane was a henchman for Poison Ivy. That was weird.
Rock Me Amadeus by Falco. And that
Amadeus,
should have been
Amadeus.
featured in that movie, Amadeus.
Amadeus.
Rock Me Amadeus.
Amadeus.
And that was like a cool,
They kind of made it. Amadeus.
It's like people could damn near rock to it and then break dance at the same time to it.
that was good. Number 3.
And you always jump on me for using actors over and over
I
again.
don't go to the Eric Roberts well that much.
You do.
I do?
You do.
Maybe
I
I do.
chose Joe Montana.
Joe Montana, number 16. Oh, Joe Montana. He's good.
Joe Montana. that would throw everyone for a loop. I'm changing my recast. Kittredge will be played by Joe Montana.
Number 16. Leon co-created the show with Saturday Night Live alum Amy Poehler and serves as a writer and director for the Netflix original series. Ravi recognizes this. It's good.
That sounds a lot like Groundhog Day.
It is.
And I'm going to say one thing under these Ralphie D recommends. Like, I ain't watch it yet. So I don't like your insolent tone when you're reading the copy and making corrections. I didn't fucking, you're recommending. I ain't watching yet. You said it's good. I'm over here trying to get the best information I can.
Corrections on the fly and let you know that's wrong. I'm Ralphie D, and that's new to me.
I'm cool on a curve, and I do not appreciate that insolent tone.
What? Nah, that's bullshit, man. That's bullshit. I mean, you don't know shit about science because you dropped out of high school. Hey, man, why you gotta bring that up, man? Because it's the truth. Hey, I know it's the truth. Hey, man, fuck you. Oh, well, what you gonna do about it? Hey, man, I'm gonna bust your ass. Oh, yeah, after the clip.
Number 5, What's Love featuring, Fat Joe featuring Ashanti.
Got to do with it, babe.
What's love? You know what I really remember about this?
Wait, did they take did Tina Turner and get a little piece of that action? Because that's really kind of her thing, wasn't it?
Wasn't that What's Love?
What's love got to do? I'm just saying.
I just put that together.
I'm just saying. Did she get paid?
It's been.
You didn't put that together in 2002?
No, I did not put that
Because
together.
Ike was like, we need to get.
I went with Martin Cove.
Martin
If you don't remember who Martin Cove was, he's from Cobra Kai, the leader.
Sweep the leg.
You have a problem with that?
Mercy is for the weak.
That's it. Along with him. Small little
yours?
For Morgan, staying with the WWE wrestling theme, big curly-headed hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Oh, Too Late for Goodbyes was the number 5 song by Julian Lennon.
Wow, I don't like Julian Lennon. I'm sorry.
What you got
I
against
don't
Julian
like his music. I got nothing personal against the guy. I just.
No, this sounds like shots fired to me.
Yeah.
Julian, JB's coming for you.
Number 4. The heat is on.
Oh, that was a pretty good one.
Glenn.
Mary Kay Letourneau tried everything to save her floundering marriage to husband Billy Falau. Falau filed for legal separation in May 2017. The couple had multiple discussions about where things were going. They are now moving forward with private arbitration to finalize their split. Now, kids, if you don't know who Mary Kay Letourneau is, she is the woman that was teaching an 8th grade class, hooked up with her 8th grade student, fell in love with her 8th grade student, had a baby in jail with her 8th grade student, and had several kids with her 8th grade student.
He was 12
married.
Yes, he was 12 at the time and 35. I'm gonna have to say this is probably one of the most successful marriages in Hollywood because this thing should have been aborted out the gate. How the hell did this make it this long?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Baby Spice broke her silence on her Spice Girls bandmate Mel B's recent admission that she had sex with Jerry Halliwell.
What? My dreams came true? That happened?
A representative.
I thought they were all doing each other. I mean, didn't they have the line, if you want to give them you gotta,
If you want to be my
lover, you gotta get with my friends.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean,
That was just all right.
They all formed Spice Sandwich.
Yeah.
That sounds tasty.
Too Close by Next.
I wonder how many people knew what this song was about.
You know what? When I first heard this song, I had no idea it was about getting freaky dicky on the dance floor. Yeah, I know, right? Don't make my eye almost had to be a professional.
Hey, I think you got too close.
He's making it hard for me.
But there's no grind in here, right?
Oh God.
Don't look at him.
No, because really, no, you're
Because I
right.
coughed a second ago and I almost died.
No, you're right though, Tom. Because when the song did come out, it's like hypnotic, like, oh, it's a nice little dance song. But when you listen to it, it's like, wait a minute.
I was like, wait a minute. Then I listened to the lyrics. I
Feels
was
like you're dancing kind of close.
Yeah,
Feel
you're
a
making it hard
little
for me.
bump coming through.
yeah. I was like, oh.
Not a little bump, baby.
Lower. It's not a little bump, baby. Big Tom number 2.
Nice try, Loud Shay. My pick's better. Who you got next, man?
Next, we had a part of Wang Chi.
Wang!
Wang was Jack Burton's friend he was gambling with in the beginning of the movie.
Wang is the hero of the movie. How many times I gotta tell you this? Right?
Co-heroes.
No, there are no co-heroes, man. The white guy is not the hero. He bumbled everything. That's why this movie was great. It subverted the hero role.
Well, that's why I picked a heroic leading man, Jackie Chan.
I knew you were gonna do this, JB. See, I can read you like a book, man. I knew you were gonna pick him. That's why I did not.
Disney Plus isn't even up yet.
No, I signed up with it.
It's Disney Plus. So, because they were talking about all the other new shows, because they got titles for WandaVision. That's the Scarlet Witch and Vision.
They have a Black Panther one.
They got the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and then they got
Falcon Soldier?
No, it's called The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. That's the name of the show.
I thought they were just
and then the Loki,
mashing up names.
The Loki show.
The Loki show?
Hey!
Coming out with Loki.
Come to you next week. More lies, trickery, deceit, and murder. Thank you for watching Disney.
A thunder god and an ass.
I wasn't even that big of a fan of Peter Weller.
Yeah, Peter Weller.
I was.
But yes, because you was a big Buckaroo Banzai fan.
How can you like that movie?
It's a great movie. It's a great movie, John.
Wait, before we go crazy, let's just stay. I know you were a big Peter Weller fan.
Yes.
Yeah. And the beginning part of that, I mean, because even though it took place in a lightweight dystopian future, I mean, because it showed the decline of Detroit.
It was not lightweight.
It was, because Detroit was all down, and even though it was in the United States,
Detroit wasn't even that bad yet.
It looked like a third world country.
Yeah.
In real life, it was worse then than it is now. Of course, they shot it in Dallas and Houston and stuff, so they didn't actually have to come here.
This week, in the third week of April, back in 2009, and first, I know what you're saying. 2009, that was only 10 years ago. Why are we going back so short? And I'm going to tell you, here's the reason, baby. Go ahead, hit him with the first one.
Barack Obama.
See, this is the last time we can talk about the president I was really happy about. You know what I mean? So I'm like, Jesus Christ. What did Barack do? This is not that great, though.
He announced that CIA personnel who employed enhanced interrogation techniques on terrorism suspects will not be prosecuted.
Now that's opening up a can of worms, boy. That's a slippery slope. That's where I first heard the term.
It's okay to waterboard.
Waterboarding. I didn't know what waterboarding was until after this.
You don't want to know.
Yes, the most important person in this movie.
Yes.
She was eaten by a TV.
Yeah.
Carol Ann. I chose Christina Hendricks.
I am personally speechless. Have you seen her do anything back then?
I was giving her first break. She was 7. It's a little girl.
I want you to pick someone who was actually working back then, whose name we probably do. Like the pick I picked, Drew Barrymore. I mean, come on, the obvious choice. I thought we were going to cross streams on this one again.
Not on this one, no.
I guess not. All right.
I was giving out breaks.
Casting Couch JB. I mean, wait, no, she was.
Wait a minute. Can we please edit that out?
Sasha Banks, fresh off an abrupt end to her and Bailey's storyline, pushes women's tag team champions, reportedly asked for her own release from the promotion. Plenty of wrestlers have wanted to leave WWE in the past, although getting out of their contracts has never been easy.
So wait, she quit or she wants to quit?
Well, right now the company has her on a couple of weeks. It's not a suspension, but it's a basically it's a timeout. It's a maybe you might want to really think about this before because contracts up and stuff like that. Whatever. She wants to leave. There's actually a couple of other wrestlers who want to go too. Sasha Banks just happens to be one of their popular female wrestlers.
Most bankable stars, yeah.
And she's
bankable.
Yeah, I like that there.
It's Mike Tyson. He can do whatever he wants.
Massachusetts declares New Kids on the Block Day. Okay, this was definitely during that time. Yeah.
Well, that would be the only state.
That would be the only state.
Right.
They was
just been Boston.
Boston,
just Boston
boys.
You think they still celebrate it today? I mean,
yes. I think we celebrate
30 years later, they're still celebrating New Kids on the Block Day.
Let's make it a legal holiday.
Nick Cage married Erica Koike in a drunken decision that left him almost immediately regretting his trip down the aisle in Las Vegas. While Erica agrees with the decision to reverse their legal wedding, she still reportedly wants spousal support and claims the relationship has damaged her reputation. All 10 minutes of it.
All 10 minutes, and I believe they was married for all of 4 days. Threw this in here because it's been a long time since we had a good quickie celebrity marriage,
You think he would have learned he had the highest grade Action Comics #1 in the world, and he had to sell it for his last divorce.
Wasn't that to... No, that wasn't the one to Patricia Arquette.
I don't know who.
I just remember. Yeah, that was.
I cried for him when he had to sell the collection. It was like I don't know, 8.6.
That's
Action
crazy.
One.
Yeah. Wow. That was during his whole "I want to be Superman" phase.
Yeah.
If you like this video, please check out other videos on our channel like This Weekend and Retro Recast or 252, Nerdstalgia or No Continues.
You don't have to read. That's why it's in parentheses. But when we're on the other show.
If it's on the copy, I'm reading it.
Stop, JB. I was willing to let it go, but get it on the next one.
All right,
but no,
JB,
you got to read
go ahead
the
and
whole
start
thing.
your thing now.
I'm glad most of our viewers don't even watch all the way to the end of the tape to find out what the hell we're doing.
We are not using tape.
That is so real. Rewind the tape. What tape?
Remember back in the day when you had to pick up a Fangoria magazine or a Star Log to see, hey, something's coming out.
They used to watch Siskel and Ebert, not because you agreed with them on anything. It was the only place where you could see the previews.
Yeah.
And you talk about two guys that are way too full of themselves. I'm like, dude, you got the dream job. You watch movies for a living.
Yeah.
And then you talk about it. And then you get thumbs down. Dude, somebody works their ass off for months, sometimes even years, pre-production, post-production, and on a 30-minute show, this fat son of a bitch is gonna go like this. Robert Pattinson will play the Batman in the Matt Reeves movie that has been taken over for after Ben Affleck gracefully bowed out from writing, directing, and acting duties. Now, of course, the internet was aflame when this came out.
Yet another shitty choice.
You know what? I said I've been upset every time that they've announced who's going to be Batman. I would have to say
first.
I would have to say I was only wrong with the Mr. Mom pick. I was offended, and I knew you was. I
love Michael Keaton.
I was gonna light your ass up the way you was talking about Batman '89, but I was like, come on, man! You was talking about Jack Nicholson. Oh my god.
Number 2, Sinead O'Connor. Written by who?
Prince.
Was it Prince?
And what happened with Sinead O'Connor? I want to say it was right at this time she was on SNL.
No, I think it's like MTV. Yeah, no, SNL.
SNL.
Something like
and
that.
she ripped up a picture of the Pope.
And she got booed like crazy.
Booed. They were like, boo you. What are you doing?
She was crying, I think, on stage. And someone came to console her, I think. But
and all she had to do was grow her hair out and people didn't recognize her anymore.
And she did, like the first bad girl, who was just like, I'm going to shave it all off.
Yeah.
She was, right?
She was the anti-Alanis Morissette. Or was she Alanis Morissette adjacent?
Like darker side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually picked Jennifer Grey.
Are you looking at my stuff?
I am not
now?
looking
Are you
at your
looking at
stuff.
old shows, picking people I pick.
Oh.
You can't pick people I pick in old shows.
That's right. If Ralph picks you, you are typecast. Your career is finished.
You're dead to me.
Ebony and Ivory. Paul McCartney and Stevie Wonder.
I'm sorry. Every time I think of Ebony and Ivory, the only thing I can think of is Joe Piscopo and Eddie Murphy when he was like, "You are black and I am white. You are blind as a bat and I have sight. You and I, we are friends, amigo, Negro. Let's not fight."
Yeah, once I release a genie, I will work on
Well,
stillness.
I will
Once
say
you release the
without any fanfare whatsoever, this movie came out, what, 97?
Yeah.
I did not know this movie existed.
Oh, wow.
I did not see Wishmaster 1, Wishmaster 2, 3, or 4.
Well, you should watch
I
this.
went my entire life
Without
but
knowing about the
upon
Wishmaster
this-
series.
upon your recommendation.
Yeah.
I will not be watching Wishmaster.
Are you kidding? The first one was great. At least watch the first one.
Yeah, you got to. There's
refuse.
so many horror icons in this movie. There's a Tony Todd.
Yes, and there's a reason why we don't know
As
who,
well as-
who Wishmaster is. You couldn't even say the man's name.
Dive off, I don't know.
Let's go.
He's good in that.
Let's dance.
And then Diddy terribly did a remake of that beat.
Oh, come on, Diddy was
I mean,
great.
Diddy's cool, but
That was a good song.
he is the king of remakes,
Yeah.
remix.
Ray Knight, that's number 4.
Speaking of, Every Breath You Take by the Police, a damn good classic song, which also
Diddy made a remake.
and he butchered it, and I get it for the man B.I.G. rest in peace, but man, that song, Every Breath You Take's like a stalker. Hey, stop! No, that's the you gotta sing the police version. Isn't it kind of like a stalker?
That's my
stalker
favorite.
song?
Yeah.
It's definitely a stalker
watching
song, right?
There's a lot of those back then, though.
Yeah, it was okay then.
I'm Cool Water Kurt. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. That's you.
Big Bill taking
No,
here.
man, read the damn thing. It's right there.
Oh, my bad. I'm JB.
No!
The one that says fourth
Oh.
This is why you're here.
They didn't tell me I had extra lines. Somebody told
That's
me.
really good.
Hey, nobody told me I had extra lines. All right, we'd like to hear what you think. Leave us a comment down below and let your opinion be heard.
If you like this video, please check out our other videos like 252 and This Weekend.
I managed that JB. And I'd like to give a shout out to my man AM at Comics Most Wanted. Like him, follow him, subscribe. And this is 252 Pop Fiction, where you hear it first. You know, this is totally trivial, but it's comic book related. Why I was happy to see them get a younger actress for Aunt May. Why is Aunt May and Superman's parents always represented like 90 years old? Why?
Well, because Aunt May was supposed to be like 90 years old. You know, she
I
was
know,
his
she was
elderly
always-
aunt
She
that
was
they got
always
left
on
with.
the verge of a heart attack.
And Superman crash lands and they're convinced that this doddering ancient couple had a baby. I mean, come on. And that's my totally trivial comment that has nothing to do with Endgame that I want to make
I think it
today.
has to do with the times, because like when Superman came out and that elderly couple took that baby in, you know, it was like the 30s, and an elderly couple could just take a baby in. The whole thing was wrong, because today's world, they'd have to turn the baby in and deal. They can't just take the fucker home and start treating him like he's theirs.
And he couldn't be.
Look, I found this baby. It's mine. What?
Cocoon, starring Donna Meacham, Wilford Brimley, Brian Dennehy, Steve Gutenberg, Maureen Stapleton, and the lovely and very talented Miss Jessica Tandy. Box office on this one, $85.3 million. See a bunch of old people on the screen.
It is a weird movie.
They was old, but they was young.
And I want to be old and young.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't get it. You guys are weird. I think we only put this movie on because Kurt likes to say Wilford Brimley a lot.
I do. I love me some Wilford. It's the right thing to do. The tasty way to do it. South Africa wins the Rugby World Cup.
Yeah.
And then 20 years later, they make a movie starring Matthew Damon with a prosthetic nose.
And Morgan Freeman.
Hell, he did a hell of a man.
Everyone's favorite narrator.
We are the Springboks, and we are going to win the Rugby World Cup.
Invictus, wow.
That was my Morgan Freeman doing
and
Nelson Mandela. NC.